What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to my first episode of Genshin Impact. If you are questioning about should I invest some money in the game, here is the place for you. Let's jump into today's content. Today we are going to test how the newest character Cyno performs when against some popular teams. Here are 5 teams that perform well in recent Abyssal Dungeons. However, I tried to use the same character as many times as possible to minimize the difference between teams. Although, it still seems a bit unfair for Cyno cause his team is incomplete so far and he doesn't have a secondary damage dealer in his team. But a team is a team, at least you will be able to get the basic idea of his team and his bottom cap. By the way, you have probably noticed we've got our winner already since I post this list. Kazuha is just too good for most elemental damage team variants. Especially C2 Kazuha with Freedom Sworn, the damage increase is insane. If you want to get a character that you can enjoy for a longer time to empower your team, he is the one I highly recommend you to get. Here comes the Cyno team. Again, his team is incomplete so far. There will be new characters released in future patches that increases performance, but now we just keep it as it is. Here are the stats of Cyno. Till now I have been farming the new relic Gilded Dreams for a while, but I haven't got good ones, because my 2+2 set is not too shabby. I will just stick to it. If you have a full set of Gilded Dreams that have the same stats as mine, you probably can do 10% more damage. For Kali, I choose to use 4-piece Instructor's Brooch, cause the full team can get benefits from it. And for the rest of the team, artists are pretty normal. It might be hard to get really OP ones, but as long as you get a full set with a good energy recharge rate, you're ready to go. As for the target, I choose the Electro Regis Veen. Without paralyzing it, it has high damage resistance. Therefore I can show you a full rotation without one shooting it. Note you can also let Cyno E first then Kali Q follow with Kazuha's E and Q to maximize the damage and gain maximized effect for Instructor's set. However, Kazuha's E takes time, which will cause more time in this race. It take about 22 seconds for Cyno to cut down the tree. This record is not bad comparing to how bad my artifacts are. However, we need to pay attention to his energy bar. If you are having a hard time in rotations, you might need to build some energy recharge rate as well. In my opinion, you will need 140 plus energy recharge rate to play him smoothly in the Abyssal Dungeon, or you will need to make sure his energy is enough before jumping to the next level. For our next team, we got Ha Tao and her most overpowered teammates. I recommend you to try Emblem of Severed Fate on Zhongli if you are not struggling in death. Cause in this team we also have Xing Qiu. You will get a damage reduction buff from him. Also, he is one of the best 4-star damage dealers overall. For Hu Tao, I highly recommend you to get as high a critical hit chance as possible even if you have C6 to do constant damage. Here comes Yellen, so far the best hydro damage dealer in the game. Her C6 can do an insanely high amount of burst damage. For Yellen, if you have her C1 active, you can consider using 2+2 for her artifacts. Emblem of Severed Fate is good, but you will need to use lots of stats for getting the maximized effort from this set. This means it will be harder for you to stack up her critical hit chance and critical hit damage. Also, her C6 doesn't get benefit from it. Because we have Xing Qiu with Favonia's sword in our team, in most situations you will not have trouble pop her skills. Are you feeling unfair to Cyno so far? Let's find out. Is it crazy that such a high-end team ends up at the same time as our Cyno's incomplete team? To be honest, I'm quite surprised about this result so far. However, Cyno's team may have less survivability than Ha Tao, and Ha Tao's damage is mainly from her E. You may have less chance of struggle in energy recharge. What is your opinion so far? Please let me know in the comments. Here comes one of the best time race teams in the Abyssal Dungeon. This team performs really well except high electronic resistance target. I've been farming Raiden's artifacts for a long time, however, they are still not optimal for me. And for the rest of the teammates I'll keep the same set as we used for our Cyno's team. Let's see what happens. I did not take down the target in one rotation, but there were only a few left for our target. I will count this as a failure, but it will be really close to 22 seconds in the end. I am so impressed with Genshin Impact's designer team. It seems they balance all teams really well. Or is there any team that can break this balance? Let's find out. In the last fights, we were in some awkward situation, cause Raiden is the only one does damage in that team unless you have damage build Kazuha. That means you will need to use a second rotation to get your target down. In this team, we switch Bennett with Yae Miko. Her E can do constant damage to guarantee a kill for the situation that no need to use a second rotation. Is it gonna be faster than our last team? Let's see. How's your feeling so far? We managed to kill the boss in one rotation at the cost of a C6 or 5 character. It only saves you about 2 to 3 seconds in your life but costs more dollar than we may need to spend days to make. Do you think it's worth it? Our next challenge is Yaimiya. She is good at single target damage cause she performs not well for packed mobs. Yaimiya's team has lots of variants. I'm gonna using as many characters used before as possible to make this challenge fair. Is a pure signal target character gonna win? Let's find out. About 1 second faster than our last team, but keep in mind, you might struggle in killing mobs using this team. Our final challenger is Ayaka. Ayaka is one of the best damage since he is released. When she teams up with Shinha it nearly breaks the balance of this game. With a full build Shinha C6 Ayaka can one auto attack to kill some of the bosses and big mobs without popping her Q. I'm taking 60% critical chance build for my Ayaka cause you cannot freeze the boss to get 100% critical chance when you only have 45% critical chance. Make sure you get at least 40% critical chance when playing her. We got our winner. In about 14 seconds the boss almost get one-shotted after Ayaka pops her Q, but keep in mind, you might need recharge her Q after. Also, this is not Ayaka's full damage team set. You can use energy recharge Mona equipped with prototype Amber, and healing effect increase for the head slot to get higher damage output and enough healing. As a result, I think Cyno is doing good as a damage dealer. Comparing the cost and what you gain, I recommend getting C0 or C2 if you don't have other carry. However, if you want to ask me what should you get in this patch, I recommend you take a look of Staff of the Scarlet Sands cause it is so delicious and it can be used for other characters if you have a good damage dealer already. How do you feel about my first video? It's my first time editing. If you have any recommendations or anything you want to see, I got you covered. I have got every single weapon in rank 5 and the characters are all C6. If you want to see your favorite team's potential, please leave it in the comments below, and I will get back to you once I have time. I am going to make videos as long as I can and I will give every bit of profit I earned from this channel to subscribers. I intended to build a live community. By the way, I'm hiring a professional team to make online service for all the Genshin Impact lovers. In there you will be able to get free account services, online support, automatic PDF instruction for your account only and collective figures only available in this channel. Make sure to keep an eye on this channel and I'll see you next time.